Well, it promises to be another terrific occasion. Let's get the latest now from Abidjan with BBC's John Bennett and former Tottenham and Cameroon defender Sébastien Bassong.
Yes, it's the calm before the storm, Alex. Excitement levels are rising here for the locals, not just for the final, but also for the possible party afterwards on Sunday night and going through into Monday, because the locals will get a day off if Ivory Coast win. One person who hasn't had a day off during this Africa Cup of Nations is Seb Bassong. He's seen nearly every game. Seb, thanks for joining us. Is this the best possible final for the neutral, do you think?
I wouldn't say the best possible, but it's a great final with two great nations of football, two great teams with different, journey during this tournament. But yeah, it's going to be a great final.
And Ivory Coast suddenly have a really good team because they needed miracles, they needed drama, they needed luck. But in the semi-final with Sébastien up front, that was a really controlled quality performance.
I'd say that was the best game. That was the game where they weren't reacting that much. They were active, they were trying hard from the first minute on going forward. I think it was about time for them to give a good performance, which they did.
And Simon Adingra of Brighton has really made a difference, hasn't he? Because like Haller, he was injured before the tournament, made his first start in the semi-final. Just how good do you think he was, and could he be the star of the final?
I don't know, he's been ups and downs, sometimes hasn't been that consistent, but Adingra has been playing ever so well for the last two games. When he came on, scored against Mali, a very crucial goal. In the last game, he did well. So I think he's going to have to play his part, and he's going to be a key player for this game.
And as a defender, you must be loving Nigeria's performances, because they had 4 clean sheets in a row, then they conceded a penalty in the semi-final against South Africa, but some brilliant defensive performances.
Yeah, as we said many times, defense wins your titles. So I think their defense, even though they have the likes of Victor Osimhen up front, their defense has been very strong, very consistent, and I think they can really base their performance on that, and it's going to be a massive advantage for them.
Yeah, you mentioned Victor Osimhen, a player we hope to see in the Premier League at some point in his career. Despite the fact he's only scored 1 goal, he has been excellent, hasn't he, in this tournament? His pressing, his work rate. Yeah,
he's been tremendously amazing for this team. He's the first defender, but the energy that he provides, the pressing, the runs, he's just so good to play with somebody like that up front. He's on a mission. He's on a mission, as he said many times, and I think he's gonna try his best to fulfill this mission.
And in a word, who's gonna win?
No, I can't. Honestly, I can't. I'm not good at prediction, and I want to keep my wish for myself, because otherwise I'm going to get too much stick.
Thanks very much, Seb. The headline in one of the newspapers here in Abidjan said "Unstoppable" above a picture of the Ivory Coast team. Over to you, Victor Osimhen and Nigeria. It's going to be a great final.
Thanks very much, John and Seb. And you can catch the final live on BBC 3 from 7:30 this evening with Jermaine Genius, Kolo Toure and Nadem Anua.